good chap and help me for a while, won't you? I plan to paint a masterpiece.
I'm too sleepy.
Wowzer, it's not every day you get to help me do a painting of Linda.
Yeah, boy, I'll skip a nap for that.
Hi!
Hello to you, Linda. Ready to model?
Not exactly, Professor. I was planning on it, but I have a little problem. My dress, it's got a stain on it.
Oh, dear.
I tried everything I could think of, but it won't come out. On top of that, I promised a friend I'd come to her graduation party.
What? Another graduate of dental hygiene school?
Well, she did have hopes of being a writer.
Oh, no. What'll I do now?
Maybe she'll post tomorrow.
Professor, bet your Wowzer can model in my place.
Yeah, need a model?
Certainly. This dress is a bit big on me, so it might fit you. Here, let me try it on. There. Oh, it fits like a dream. Any artist would be happy to paint you, I'm sure. Thanks, Wowzer. See ya.
But, Linda, what about your dress?
Please put it to good use, and I'll come by and pick it up after the party. Just don't let anything happen to it, Toodaloo.
Well, are you ready?
Let's get started. Sooner we begin, sooner it'll be over. Tell me which pose you like.
Forget it.
Huh? Wait a minute. Professor, aren't you going to capture my elegance in paint?
Don't be absurd. I have better things to do than paint a dog in a dress. You're the silliest thing I've ever seen.
Well, you asked me to help, and that's what I was doing. Now you insult me.
I did not. I merely said that doing a painting of you that way would be ridiculous. Now bring me that dress.
You want the dress? Well, if you're going to wear it, I guess I'll be painting you.
Wowzer, bring it in
Right,
here.
I was just kidding. I'm coming.
I think I'll find out what the professor's really up to. Then it'll be a piece of cake to figure out how to mess with it.
One more ingredient, then we'll test my new spot remover.
So let me get this straight now. This new formula of yours will take the stain out of Linda's dress?
Mm-hmm. Back.
Uh-oh.
This is extremely volatile.
Huh?
All right, trying it on that stain will be the proof of the pudding.
Doesn't look like pudding.
Just relax. With the reagent I put in, it's perfectly harmless, but it is very, very powerful, and someday everybody in the world will want a bottle of it.
It's still there, Prof.
Oh, I can see that, you silly dog.
Well, anything happening?
I'll check the secondary schnurdles again.
Right, Professor. I was just about to suggest that myself.
And speaking of snurdles, I have a funny feeling. It's time for fun.
Ah, this is my invention, the best hotcakes in the county.
What do you say we put a cork in this one?
I think I've done it. Wowzer, I replaced the schnurdles with the glurn bits, and now it's ready.
Well, I hope so, because the dress is even messier than before.
Wowzer, Linda told us to take good care of that dress. Don't you worry, we'll have it cleaned up in no time. Going. Yes! By George, the stain is gone.
Professor, you're a genius.
Oh, boy!
We gotta celebrate this. Forget about the hotcakes. I'm gonna make apple strudel.
I have a sneaking suspicion that the contents of this bottle could make us famous. Wowzer? Huh? How very strange. I don't understand it. Now the stain is on your back.
We better try it again, Professor. Well? Oh, no, the stain's moved itself back to the front again.
What can the matter be?
It figures old Dingbat couldn't discover daylight. Well, I think I'll take a nap before I help him out.
Well, what do you know? The problem wasn't the Fnurdles or the Glurn bits. It was the Drastenpogels all along. Now then, this is the plan. I want you to use that brush to apply some paint to my lab coat.
Well, if that's what you want, here goes.
Ah, Good job, and that oil base will be a nice challenge. And only one spray should take it away. The stain has vanished. Is it on my back?
No, Professor, I don't see a single speck of blue on you anywhere.
Something feels funny. By George, the paint stain's on my skin now.
A big blue blotch on your belly.
I can't believe he messed it up again. I wish Professor Dingy would get this invention together.
Provide Professor Alphonse Dingy with a challenge and he will triumph. The world needs a perfect stain remover and I shall invent it.
Boy, oh boy, is he ever determined.
Professor, I have a surprise for you.
You better not bother him right now, Bee. He's down in his lab and up to his eyeballs.
Oh, don't be silly. He's never too busy. Look what you've done.
What's all the fuss? And what's on your face?
It used to be a cake.
You baked me a cake?
Vanilla.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Perhaps I can rectify the situation. First, may I suggest that you wash your face and then we'll clean your dress.
Professor, it's just like you to have a sensible solution.
But of course, good sense and practicality are my middle names. Please, right this way, my dear.
Now's my chance. It's about time I help this project.
Give me a moment to check on that mixture again, and I'll be right back. Well, I can see that this is coming right along. Color looks good. The consistency is certainly correct. We're on the brink of success.
He has no idea what's in that soup now. But it sure will be a blast to see what happens when he tries to use it.
Oh, that feels ever so much better.
Now then, Bee, are you ready to try my new stain remover?
Oh, I certainly hope you can get these spots out.
I hope it works better than the last one.
Of course it will.
Wow, look at that. It's starting to fade. Hi, Professor. Oh.
This is revolutionary. My new stain remover isn't a stain remover at all. It makes things invisible.
Hey, you are a genius.
Fantastic, marvelous. I'm the world's greatest inventor. Brilliant.
But you gotta figure out how to make people visible again.
Come now, having invented this, surely I can invent the antidote.
You didn't invent anything, Professor. I snuck down to the lab and changed the formula.
Well, it was a big idea.
Right, so you simply must tell me what you put in it so I can fabricate the antidote for it.
Well, I don't remember. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Eh?
You better start doing some cooperating, because we gotta help Bee. I ought to spray you.
Ratso, you put that down this instant. Do you hear me?
Ratso, cut that out.
What happened? How did I get all wet?
Yikes.
Water is the antidote.
This'll teach you. I think I could get to like this arrangement.
Wowzer, where are you? Just tell me, are you on the ceiling, huh? Wowzer? Eating at a time like this.
Uh-oh. Oh, well, I'm full anyway.
So you thought you'd get away with raiding the refrigerator?
Well, I pulled it off for a little while.
Professor! Help me! Ratso's gone totally crazy!
By George, she's fainted again. But I don't understand why.
Huh? Well, what's the matter? Do I have a milk mustache or something?
Oh, the antidote didn't work on your eyes, mouth, and nose. I've heard of facelifts, but this is ridiculous.
I'll say.
Wowzer! Wowzer, where are you? I want to show you what we're giving Bob for his birthday. Wowzer! Stop being a lazybones and come inside.
All I wanted was 5 minutes more.
Wowzer, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'm coming. Okay, what's up, huh?
Bob's birthday is tomorrow, and since he has always dreamed of owning a horse, I've designed the perfect specimen for the young equestrian.
You're not really gonna give him this, are you?
Why shouldn't I? It's a magnificent toy horse created with the utmost of care. What say you hop up there to really appreciate its artistry?
I'm not appreciating it.
That's because I've not switched on the remote control.
Uh-oh, I don't like the way it's shaking. It feels a little weird to me.
Perhaps I should try another speed.
This guy's wild.
The Q syllabus needs adjusting. Strange, actually. I thought I had tested it sufficiently. Wowzer, would you go over to Bob's house for me and tell him his present will be delayed?
Gee, why don't you just do it yourself, Prof?
Because I asked you to do it, that's why. And if you're not out of here in 2 seconds, I'll turn you into a horse.
I'm going.
It's really for me?
Golly, I've never seen anything quite like it.
Exactly. It's absolutely unique. Not the real thing, but an incredible simulation.
Can I ride him?
Of course you can.
And boy, does he like to horse around, Bob.
He's propelled by remote. Aren't you?
Gee, I love him.
You could almost swear it's a real horse.
Hop on and show them how much fun it is, Wowzer.
Why do I always have to do these things, and how can I be sure he'll be safe this time?
Why do you have to ask me so many questions? Do me a favor. Get in that saddle. I think we'll begin in the trotting mode. Isn't it incredible how much he looks and behaves like a real horse?
It sure is.
You know, once you get used to this guy, he's really neat.
What's wrong? It couldn't be the Q syllabus. I fixed that.
Did you check the Freemostats, too?
Don't be absurd. One doesn't use Freemostats in mechanical horses. It just isn't done.
Well, I was just trying to...
Do something! I'm absolutely stumped.
Rancho with a remote. I should have known you were behind this.
Wowzer, help me!
Huh?
Watch out!
Just great, aren't they?
Oh, that's smart.
So how's the boo-boo, Prof? How you feeling?
Oh, much better, thank you, Wowzer. But I feel badly about Bob. He so had his heart set on that horse, and I disappointed him on his birthday.
I'll tell you something, Professor. Bob would have been a happy little jockey if it weren't for Ratcho and his crazy malarkey. One of these days, it's gonna come to a showdown between me and him.
Now, that wouldn't do any good, would it? That's all over with. Why don't you just get into bed and forget it?
Oh, you're right, Professor. Good night. Hey, a book. Where'd this come from? The Road to Yuma.
Oh, yes, Bob left that for you. He said, and I quote, "It's the raddest book I ever read."
And Bob knows good writing. I better read this tonight. Hey, this has cowboys and Indians. Oh, I love westerns. I'm gonna be up all night reading. This kind of adventure really gets to me. Yep. Howdy, Butch. I knowed we was bound to meet up sooner or later. It's time we settled our long-standing feud with a duel.
You got that right, kid. I've been thinking for a long time now. This territory ain't big enough for both of us.
Yeah. Now what?
My nose. Yeah, giddy up, rheostat.
Rain up a darn minute, somebody's a-coming.
Well, if that's going to distract you, I won't take advantage of you.
Gracious, Mr. Diggy, who are them critters out there in the distance?
I don't rightly know, Miss B. We just gotta hope they ain't a-looking to stir up no trouble.
What? You mean we could have to fight our way out?
Who do you think might have it in for us, Mr. Dingy?
Well, the ones who done this to my hands, they're trying to take away this here land from the Indians.
Well, Tordation, I don't like the idea of getting in the middle of a fight, you know. Why don't we just take another road?
Well, Miss B, this here's the only road I know to Yuma. Looks like company. I do believe that's Kid Wowser and Butch Polecat. Whoa, rheostat, whoa! Howdy, kid. We're mighty glad to see you. We're on our way to Yuma, and we'll be needing a little protection. See, I can't be doing the protecting. Had a little ruckus in the last town.
Sure, partner.
We can't go gallivanting around. We got something to settle, as I recall.
That sounds a mighty yaller of you. Maybe you ain't got no appetite for it.
He's no coward, kid. Everybody knows about Butch. Why, he has the gunslingingest reputation in the territory.
Yeah, they don't call me Butch Polecat for nothing, you know. Now let's push on to Yuma.
Well, let's go to the Yuma. Head 'em out. As for you and me, we'll settle our score once we get to town.
Wait till I find out who started that rumor in Yuma. I ain't no coward.
Keep your sense of humor about the Yuma rumor.
We won't have no trouble crossing this river, kid, but what about that big old wagon?
I got that all figured out. You just leave everything to me.
Reckon we'll make it across, kid?
Now, don't you worry none, Mr. Dingy. This here horse is one of a kind. You just hang on to your hats. Giddy up.
You must feel mighty lucky to have a horse like that there, kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep moving, Herman. Look, smoke signals. What's it say?
Keep out, this means you. The way folks have tried to wheel and deal, and they don't want no visitors nohow.
We won't bother them. We'll just mind our own business and push on through to Yuma.
Might get awful rough, kid.
Well, we'll just have to brave it. Yo, Mr. Dingy, move him out. Yeah!
Kid, up there!
Butch, grab my paw.
It's a losing proposition.
Oh, no, it ain't.
Stop! Horse made of wood and that most friendly sign from the gods.
What a guy.
Your horse saved us. Thanks a lot, kid. I'd have been a goner for sure.
The truth is, I couldn't have done it without you, partner.
Guess we don't have to have that duel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Huh?
Mr. Dingy, what's the matter with you, Mr. Dingy? Mr. Dingy, oh, please tell me you'll be all right, Mr. Dingy. Mr. Dingy, oh, Mr. Dingy, tell me you'll be all right.
Wowzer, stop blubbering. I'm all right now. Wowzer, you're only having a dream. Wake up!
Hmm? I thought for a minute you really bought it.
What are you babbling about? I'm fine, except that you woke me up from a sound sleep. Do you have any idea what time it is? Now go outside, take a walk, and don't come back until you've calmed down.
Hey, don't yell. I don't know what the big deal is. I was just having a dream, Professor. That's all.
What can I do for you, Wowzer?
Hey, you know you're not supposed to be on Bob's horse.
Mind your own business, will you?
Oh, how could you say that to me after I saved your life?
Here's your answer, Wowzer.
Get off that horse now! Oh, no, not again! You was only a rumor in Yuma!
Wow, wow, wowzer. Wow, wow, wowzer. Wow, wow, wowzer. No matter what your birth sign is, you're all about to hit the astrological jackpot as Just for Kids proudly announces the arrival of the 12 brightest new stars to ever cross your home video horizon. The Star Kids in Star Street, the amazing happy birthday movie. That's right, 12 of them, one for each sign of the horoscope, with something totally fresh and special for just about every taste. And if you don't believe us, just ask Momo. He'll tell you everything about the Star Kids world is tasty. But then he'll eat anything. And we mean anything. He'll add a whole new dimension to your concept of junk food. But if you haven't heard about these amazing folks before, don't worry. That's because they live very far away. The Star Kids on a wonderful tiny star-shaped planet, and Momo on his all-too-near junk food planet. Always hungry, he and his army of not-so-bright blub-blubs are continuously devising plans to steal everything edible from the Star Planet, which unfortunately even includes the Star Kids themselves. The only thing that can stop Momo is a little magic and a lot of inspiring music.
Things I don't understand, but there's one thing I do know, what to do with my hands. With my hands I can shake.